let's examine our template happening, which is, of course, Israelite did not know where. Well, they knew two things. They didn't know that they are going for 40 years in the desert. They thought they are going in 3 days to Israel. They're going back to the promised land. Okay, this is what they knew. But they had to get to the point of actually really not wishing to be anymore in Egypt. Well, we see that inside the desert, many times we hear, "Why have you taken us from Egypt to die in the desert?" We missed our pot of flesh. We miss all things that we were used to. So it seems that first is not so much the fear that leads them out, is the faith of moving into something which actually it is inherent in the promise of humanity. Okay. Actually, they were expelled from Egypt. Yeah. Don't stay. Even Pharaoh is saying to Moses, "Get them out tonight," and he's saying, "If you will agree, it's like we went tonight, but we're going to go out in the morning." Okay. So it means it needs the agreement of Pharaoh in us to let go. Yeah. So we're coming back into seeing Pharaoh. Look, Pharaoh is a very, very high, powerful entity and presence. Not only that, with a portion of Bo Paro, it means not go to Paro. It means that actually God is with Pharaoh. And actually Moses, or the part in Moses in us, is being invited to meet God in Pharaoh. Okay. So Pharaoh does not want to give up all the illusion of control and hubris of domination, and that the whole progress of our world through science and through thinking is actually going to be, would not be in his way. So Pharaoh, being actually an honest and truthful intellectual, which is our Pharaoh, need to be persuaded that actually we need to give over, to surrender to a different conduct, to a different value or virtue, of spirituality, which is not in our mind control. So there is the process of in ourselves to actually give it up, to be persuaded that what we see outside is not something that has a power on itself. It's actually a very true and acute picture of ourselves. It's not someone else. It's you. It's me. Okay? So the moment you persuade yourself that actually Havaya, meaning the supreme being of the plan or the thought of creation, you actually believe in it to be a better dominion and a better leadership of our world, and this is true, and we need to give our dominion to that power to lead us out of Egypt. This is where fear becomes irrelevant. So it's not a conversation between you and something outside. It's a conversation between you and you. It's conversation of powers within us, that if, at least if they will be honest as Pharaoh, they will allow us to get out. We need to wish that it will be at least honest, because he's arguing when everyone is saying to him, as I said, all the rulers of Egypt is saying to him, don't you see that Egypt is gone? He sees it, but he wished to know that there is a good reason that the government of our world, of our reality, is going to move from the state of the will to receive to oneself to bestow. So this is the true conversation between us and us. Okay. Okay. So then, as I'm saying, it's becoming a totally different issue than to close yourself with fear. It's a true, intriguing sort of conversing and having a true discourse with where the light and God is in us, which is in the will to receive to oneself, and whether we are able to deliver really the way to give the keys to open a new future, not to that which led us so far, but to something new, and to write with it this part in us, to write in the new memory of humanity. It is much more fascinating, gripping, and healing than dealing with the fear of the past. Okay? Yes. This is why matzah has two virtues in it: a remedy, a medicine, and faith. It's a medicine in terms of a remedy to get us through giving up everything that we held to in the past, and allowing to actually give the key and to allow it to turn in us to something new, to something which is definitely much better. Okay. Yes.
Thank you.